But we'll also get fixtures of games going down this weekend. Remember, international break is over. Let us start with updates coming from NBA. Remember, you can watch the show live on Facebook, YouTube. Just type Solutions 939 FM. Click like, share, subscribe, comment, and let's go. All right, we start with NBA this morning, looking at results of games decided in the wee hours of today. Atlanta Hawks defeated Orlando Magic 130 to 101 points as Washington Wizards lost 131 to 153 points against the Philadelphia 76ers. For Boston Celtics, it was a needed win, beating Miami Heat 147 to 129 points as Chicago Bulls lost 126 to 145 points against Indiana Pacers. Houston Rockets defeated Milwaukee Bucks 119 to 113 points. Memphis Grizzlies lost 119 to 113 points against the visiting New York Knicks. For Toronto Raptors, it was 115-point loss to 123 points for against Sacramento Kings as Utah Jazz lost 117 to 130 points against Denver Nuggets this morning. The last game today, Ganzi is not here, but Golden State Warriors lost 113 points to 127 points. And guess what? A man who has already tapped and written MVP on his chest, Victor Wembanyama, was fantastic for San Antonio Spurs. What we saw Steph Curry in that one, he wasn't happy looking at the loss for Golden State Warriors. But I'm moving away from NBA this morning. Let's talk tennis. What is happening in the world of tennis? And we go straight to Marrakesh. Well, for the Grand Prix Hassan to Marrakesh, ATP 250. Looking at games are going down today. By 11 o'clock, Vit Kopriva will take on Alexander Mula, while Rafael Jorda battles Themis Marchak. And that will be by 12:32 p.m. Ignacio Bosch will be up against Camilo Ugo Carabelli. And the last game for today, 3:30 p.m., we see Talon Grace will take on Luca Van Asch. Well, updates from the world of tennis from that side. We have the U.S. Men's Clay Court Championships also ongoing. 2 games already decided today. Ben Shelton defeated Zizeng Zhang 7-6, 7-6, 2 straight set. And for Tommy Paul, came from a set down of 3-6 to win 6-4, 6-4 against Adolfo Vallejo. Well, for the Charleston Open WTA 500 for the ladies, games already decided this morning with Halia Batiste. Losing 6-3, 3-6, 4-6 against Renata Zarazua. But more games are going down today for the ladies right there at the Charleston Open WTA tournament. By 4 p.m., Peyton Stearns will take on McKechnie Kessler. Sarah Bezjak will take on Belinda Bencic by 4 p.m. An hour, 30 minutes later, that is by 5:30, Jessica Pegula will take on Elisabetta Chiocchiaretto. And last game for today, by 11 o'clock, we'll see Eva Jovic against Sophia Kenin. Moving away from tennis this morning, well, let's talk about Tiger Woods as we talk golf this morning. Remember, this man was arrested over the weekend after he was involved in a car crash due to driving under influence, although he appealed that did not happen. However, he also said he will be going on a break, well, going for therapy. Now, report has it that Tiger Woods had told the PGA of America he will not captain the U.S. Ryder Cup team in 2027, following his decision to take a break from golf after his car crash. The decision, announced on Wednesday by the PGA of America, was expected considering recent developments involving Woods. We're going on a break, and when we come back, we talk everything football. Do not change the dial to Kickoff Sports Show, live on Solutions 93.9 FM.
Sabi dribble o, but you no fit dribble past malaria if you no use insecticide treated nets. Malaria dey real o.
This message now from Solutions 93.9 FM.
News, sports, entertainment, top 100 music on your Remedy radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
It is to Kickoff Sports Show live on Solutions 93.9 FM. My name is Oladako Kunubi. Call me YS9. And let us look at updates coming from the Super Eagles of Nigeria, FIFA this morning. As Nigeria Super Eagles retains 26th position in the latest rankings released by the Federation of International Football, FIFA. The new rankings was published on the official website of the football governing body. The Super Eagles played 2 games against Iran's Team Mali and Al Nashama of Jordan in March. Eric Shell's side recorded a slim 2-1 victory over Iran and were forced to a 2-all draw by Jordan. The 2 international friendly matches took place in entire Turkey. The Super Eagles also maintained a 3rd position in Africa behind Atlas Lions of Morocco and Teranga Lions of Senegal. Morocco is ranked in 8th spot, while Senegal, who dropped 2 places, is ranked 14th. Now, on the global stage, France overtook European champion Spain to claim the top spot in the rankings. The next edition of the FIFA Men's World Rankings will be released on 10th of June 2026. So we wait to see where Nigeria will be placed after winning a game and drawing one in March. So now preparations for the FIFA World Cup. Remember, all teams are now set for the Global Football Showpiece. But looking at the business concerning the FIFA World Cup and reports we are getting, as it that FIFA raised its top ticket price for the World Cup final to $10,990 during the glitch-hampered reopening of sales on Wednesday after the 48-team field for this year's global tournament was finalized. The price had been $8,680, while FIFA sold tickets after the tournament draw in December. FIFA's Category 2 tickets for the July 19th game at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, were $7,380, up from $5,575, and Category 3 cost $5,785, an increase of $4,185. I hope people will not protest about this. But now let's talk about Spain this morning. Spain will be going to the World Cup, right? But now let's talk about Lamine Yamal. Now, Spain's Lamine Yamal has condemned disrespectful and intolerable anti-Muslim chant during his country's goalless draw with Egypt in Barcelona on Tuesday, with local police launching an investigation into the incident which marred the match. Fans sang anti-Muslim songs during the first half of La Roja's friendly at RCDE Stadium against Egypt, a predominantly Muslim nation with Islam as the official state religion. Now, the chants were not directed at Yamal, a practicing Muslim who observed Ramadan last month, but nonetheless had an indirect impact on the Barcelona teenager. Now, according to reports, Yamal was born in Barcelona, his father from Morocco, and his mother is from Equatorial Guinea. But he has represented Spain from an early age despite strong interest from Morocco. Now, Bernie Alvarez, the minister for sports in Catalonia, said he understood Yamal had been affected by the chant, saying they will stand by the Barcelona player in whatever way necessary. Now, with that, let's go straight and know more about what will be going down this weekend in the Spanish La Liga.
La Liga Week 30 begins on Friday night with Rayo Vallecano hosting Elche at Estado de Vallecas. On Saturday, Real Sociedad will be up against Levante at Anoeta Stadium. Real Madrid will travel to face Mallorca at Campo de Futbol Son Stadium. Real Betis will take on Espanyol at Benito Villamarin. And Atletico Madrid will face Barcelona at Metropolitano Stadium. On Sunday, Etafe will take on Athletic Club at Estadio Culiesum. Valencia will go head-to-head with Celta Vigo at Mestalla. Real Oviedo will battle Sevilla and Alaves will tackle Osasuna. On Monday night, Girona plays the final matchup against Villarreal.
Well, get to the fixtures of the Spanish La Liga. Looking at the table at the moment, Barcelona occupies the number one spot on the La Liga log with 73 points from 29 matches, scoring 50 goals here. Plus 50 goals for Barcelona. Real Madrid is second with 69 points from 29 matches. With the way the situation is so far, Barcelona has lost 4 matches, same number of matches lost by Real Madrid. But will there be an increase in number of matches to be lost this weekend? We keep our fingers crossed. Talking about the matches going down in the Spanish La Liga, match day 30. Now we'll go on a break, and when we come back, we talk everything English Premier League, but after this time out.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Awenia Arena Event Center?
Awenia Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they'll work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Awenia Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Libati Okado Ibadan, or call 0809-360-7888 or 0706-899-4970 to book your event today. Awenia Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
The Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, CCII, presents CCII 2026 Ibadan Cultural Festival Academic Competition. This flagship educational program is set to bring together outstanding pupils and students across the Ibadan metropolis. Events include spelling bee, quiz competition in mathematics, debate, public speaking, essay writing, and the culturally enriching Ibadan Luma or Malaikbo. Participation is open to Ibadan Indigenes only at the primary, secondary, and tertiary levels in Ibadan from public and private schools, as well as individual contestants from recognized Agbole of Ibadan origin in accordance with the program guidelines. Registration opens on Monday, 9th of February 2026 and closes on Friday, 27th of February 2026. The first stage begins on Monday, 9th of March 2026, leading to the grand finale on April 13th, 2026 at Ibadan House, Okearemo, Ibadan, Oyo State. Registration is free. For more details, please visit www.ccii.org.ng/contestant-registration or call 0904-883-1445 or 0813-248-3940. CCII 2026 Ibadan Cultural Festival Academic Competition, celebrating excellence, knowledge, and future leadership.
It's a brand new day, I'm feeling stronger. Yeah, I fit to do anything, I fit to do my work now. Yesterday was tough, but I don't repair, I don't recover. Yeah, see me as a fresh. Now that they ask me how would I do it, like me I say I still in the way. If for capsule, I'm for liquido. Yeah.
Repair and recover with Astamine, a blend of amino acids and multivitamins. Ibadan. This is the Sunday, April 5th, 4 p.m. Love Mantas, the next chapter. Live at the Jogger Center, hosted by the godfather of comedy, Big God Dinka the First, GCON. Featuring Fido, Destoka, CDQ, Omababa, Bash, Dr. Smile, MC Adele, ATM, Odogu, Babatumishe, Babalaria, Babakamo, Kenzo, Olukoni, Taichi, Dr. Bengu, Creative Toby, Captain, DJ Sexy, and more. Red carpet hosted by Motunde and MC Toshan. Tickets, paperback 5K, hardcover 15K, tables of 6, limited release 500K, collector's item 750K, bestseller 1 million naira. Available at Ace Supermarket, Grand X Mall, Hessen Salon, Ultima Restaurant, Food Court Supermarket, The Sea Pride Restaurant, or online at ariatickets.com, FonziWeb.com. Proudly supported by the Oyo State Government, Eleganza, First Bank, Adekunle Ajayi Properties. Ibadan! A new season of laughter is here. Laugh Matters, the next chapter. Joy is coming! Media partner, Solutions FM.
News, sports, entertainment. Top 100 music on your Remedy Radio dial. Solutions 93.9.
Do not touch that dial.
Check the time right now. It is 8:19 from Solutions 93.9 FM. Still Kickoff Sports Show with YS9 on your Remedy Radio dial. Now let's talk about the English Premier League. Well, for Chelsea fans, what we are getting right now is not really on the pitch story, but it is off the pitch, but still affects on the pitch. Now, Chelsea have announced the biggest pre-tax loss ever recorded by Premier League club. Chelsea's pre-tax loss of £262.4 million for the year ending June 30, 2025 surpasses the £197.5 million posted by Manchester City for the 2010-2011 season. The announcement comes just 3 weeks on from the club being hit with the Premier League's biggest ever fine and 1 year suspended transfer ban for self-reported financial breaches which occurred historically during the Roman Abramovich era. Chelsea said this record loss was attributed in part to increased operating costs in 2025-2020 season compared to the previous year. Revenue is up to £490.9 million, the second highest on record for the club. Now, it is expected it is understood that Chelsea expect that the figure to rise even higher in 2025-2026, potentially to around £700 million. Now, that is down to bumper player sale in the transfer market, which amounted to £314.4 million last summer. Noni Madueke moving to Arsenal for £52 million. Kenneth Desreal Hall moving to Everton for £29 million. And George Petrovic moving to Bournemouth for £25 million. They were among the deals that can make things better. Now, let us move on this morning. Here is a message from the new Tottenham manager, De Zerbi.
Hello, Tottenham fans. I'm very happy to stay here with you. For me, is a very honor and very proud to be your coach. I want to give my best. I want to stay for a long time in this big club. See you soon.
See you soon. That's the message from Roberto De Zerbi, who is now in charge of Tottenham Hotspur. But remember, well, for De Zerbi, a man who has been able to manage an English Premier League side before, and that is Brighton and Hove Albion. How will he turn things around for Tottenham Hotspur that wants to avoid the drop? Now, the first game in chat for Tottenham manager De Zerbi will be a road trip to Sunderland on 12th of April. Then face his former side, Brighton, on 18th of April. Face Wolverhampton Wanderers on 25th of April, and in May he will be facing Aston Villa, taking Leeds on 9th of May, and that happens to be my birthday. So let us see how De Zerbi. I'm not a Tottenham fan, but it's going to be a London battle against the Chelsea on 17th of May, while Tottenham will take on Everton on 24th of May. So let us see if he can come with the magic wand, but maybe like the Majestic. Now let's talk about Harry Maguire this morning. Well, Manchester United defender Harry Maguire has been handed an FA charge after his sending off at Bournemouth. Maguire was shown a stretch red in the 78th minute when United drew 2-2 at Bournemouth last month for a foul on Evan Nielsen, who earned his assigned penalty. The FA alleged that Maguire acted improperly in confronting the fourth official following his dismissal. Maguire has until today to respond to that charge. Now let's go straight to Liverpool this morning. Well, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot believes Mohamed Salah will leave the club, a legend, after announcing his departure at the end of the season. The Egypt international took to social media last week to reveal he had come to an agreement with the club to end the contract he only extended last summer, a year earlier. Well, it has been a difficult campaign for the 33-year-old, the low point of which came in December when he said Slot had thrown him under the bus by benching him when results took a slide. Let's get a reaction from Arne Slot about Mohamed Salah.
It was very good to hear and see all the reactions of his teammates, but also from everyone around the world, what he has done for this football club and for football in general. Mo always thinks he has to prove something every 3 days, and that hunger never stops, and that is something that I find most special about him. So many good players around the world. He's definitely one of them in the last 10 years that everybody talks about of being one of the best there are and were in the last 10 years. But to show that hunger every 3 days, that professionalism, that commitment to the club, to the team, to wanting to score again, always wanting to play. When you take him out 3 minutes before the end, he's like, maybe I could have scored one extra. But the moment I started working with him, I knew it after one day, let alone after a few weeks or months, that it isn't a coincidence that he's been so influential in the last 10 years in football. He will always leave this club as a legend because, as I said, the way this club has performed in the last seasons is also for a large part due to what he's done for this club. Scoring goals, having his assists. As I said, as a fan, I watched him and that front three with Sadio Mane and Bobby Firmino. Everybody is still talking about that, and rightly so. And then when I started working with him, I don't know if it was his best season in terms of numbers, but it was an impressive season because he had the most goals and the most assists. And I don't know if that has happened much with him, let alone with any player in the Premier League. So, yeah, he will definitely leave as a legend of this club.
Well, Arne Slot believing that Mo Salah will leave as a legend of the club. Well, a lot of people have also attested to that. Now, let us talk about his availability for the coming games. Well, Arne Slot is also confident Mo Salah will be fit for Liverpool's FA Cup quarter-final at Manchester City on Saturday. But what about the situation of this man?
It's given away by McCarthy. Isak! Welcome to the new world. The new world of Alexander Isak and Liverpool Football Club. And he's been given an absolute gift. Capo was onside, I think. Isak! Premier League goal number 1. He's been there or thereabouts all afternoon, Alexander Isak.
Well, talking about Alexander Isak, Liverpool's British record signing Alexander Isak will return to first-team training today for the first time since he broke his ankle. That's £125 million striker who has been out since December underwent surgery after he was injured while scoring in the win at Tottenham. All right, now let's take you straight to games going down in Italy and Germany this coming weekend.
Top flight football returns to Italy this weekend with match day 31 after international break across the globe. On Saturday, Sassuolo will host Cagliari, Verona will face Fiorentina while Parma travels to play Lazio. Meanwhile, on Sunday, Bologna will be the guests of Cremonese, bottom-placed Pisa will file out against Torino as Inter Milan lock on with AS Roma at the San Siro. Monday Night Football will see 3 games go down with Udinese battling Como, Lecce tackling Atalanta, Juventus hosting Genoa and Napoli welcoming AC Milan to the Maradona Stadium.
Match, the 28 games scheduled for this weekend in Germany, will see 7 games to be decided on Saturday and 2 on Sunday. On Saturday, Bayern Leverkusen will face Wolfsburg at the Bay Arena. Borussia Mönchengladbach will tackle Heidem as leaders Bayern Munich battles Freiburg on the road, and Hamburger SC will await Augsburg at the Volkspark Stadium. Hoffenheim will host Mainz, Werder Bremen will tackle RB Leipzig, and Borussia Dortmund will visit Stuttgart. On Sunday, St. Pauli will face Union Berlin, and Eintracht Frankfurt will trade tackles with FC Köln.
Well, those are the matches going down this weekend across Europe. All right, well, the convenient point to say goodbyes on the show, but Comrade Adedamola Lafen was on the other side this morning, doing something different this morning, looking at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. Well, he's not Bala Mohammed because he's not a bride in politics. Comrade Adedamola Lafen, good morning to you. Are you also planning to see Bala Mohammed?
Well, soon? I'm not a politician, and I am not surprised actually, because like you said, Bala Mohammed seems to be the beautiful bride.
Yes.
I mean, we had the move that we had. There were speculations that he was moving to the ADC,
yeah.
And all of a sudden we hear that APC is trying to woo him to his side too. I think he's a striker that they need, just like you, your young striker 9. He's an old striker actually, but he's still viable. So yes. I guess that is why they are jostling for him now.
Do you think APC is scared? Looking at Kwankwanso moving to ADC, and should Bala Mohammed move to that side, maybe things may look balanced. It may not look balanced at the federal level, I mean for presidential, looking at the number of governors we have in APC, but maybe at the governorship level, House of Assembly, maybe something like that.
It will be a plus to either of the parties if he joins them, but I think it will be a bigger plus for the ADC because at the moment now APC already has 32 governors and they are already in charge of the Senate, they are in charge of the House of Reps, so it will just be maybe a minimal addition to the APC, but to the ADC it will be a huge, because now for the first time they are having a sitting governor
in that party
coming to that party.
So that means today is Thursday, so there will surely be a breaking news anytime soon.
What we heard on Monday was that Bala Mohammed was going to declare for ADC today, on Thursday, which is today. But let's see how things plays out.
You know the way both of us are feeling, we don't feel like today is Thursday. Maybe because of changing time of the program.
Probably.
All right, so we say alhamdulillah, we say thank you. Thank you, God, but we hope that a party will say alhamdulillah today.
Okay, which party?
We don't know. Let's wait.
ADC just found itself in another crisis.
Yeah,
now.
The leadership crisis.
Not just that, INEC has deregistered the EXCOs from its platform.
I think they have to hold on to the alhamdulillah. Well, guys, do not go anywhere. Looking at headlines on the pages of Nigerian newspapers. It's a Comrade Adedamola Lafen. My name is Oladapo Kunubi. And like what I say, we say, keep doing sports. Ashake, fishing, DJ Snake, worship. Stay safe.
Forget all your loss. Something must go before something come. It is work, no be luck. Sin is believing. You have to trust yourself. Can't wait for the result. Never feel the emotions.